Hey guys, what's up? It's me, LEGO329 here, and today we have a brand new LEGO Bionicle set review for the Kopaka and Melum Unity set. We've never really seen this before from LEGO, a 2-pack set that includes one of the main Toa figures, which is kind of interesting. This set retails for about $25 US, has 171 pieces, and here's a front look at your very large, newly sized version of this kind of box. There is the back of the box. This set includes one instruction manual with about 29 pages of building. Here is Melum, the main creature of ice included with this set. Now, I have not been able to find any of the smaller $10 one-off creature sets themselves, so this is my first experience with one of these creature kind of figures, and I really hope the individual sets are a lot better than this guy, because this guy is pretty bad. 2 pieces each. Yeah, that's right. 2 pieces each construct his legs. How lame is that? I guess the arms are a little bit better with a whopping 5 pieces. I like these armor pieces here in gold and blue, but nothing really special, and these hands are gigantic for such a small figure, and they just look clumsy and weird. His torso here is pretty much just the piece of Unity and 2 exposed ball joints. LEGO has, for the most part, corrected the exposed ball joint stuff with this new line of Bionicle sets, but this guy still has it. Have we learned nothing, LEGO? Now, this guy does have a gear function type of gimmick. You have these cool new pieces here. By pushing back or pulling back on this piece right here, these things kind of clap in, which reminds me a lot of the play feature we saw with the Skull Basher figure from the last wave, and this is actually a pretty cool feature. I'll give this figure props for this. And finally, we have the mask face thing for this guy. It's a cool piece. I think it actually looks pretty cool. I wish the eyes, which I'm assuming are right here, are a little bit more pronounced. Besides that, it's a very cool piece, and it's nice to get it dually molded in 2 colors. So I like this part of the thing, but then again, it's an awesomely huge piece which stands out weirdly on such a small figure, just like the hands. For articulation, we get movement in the head and movement in the neck, so that's pretty good. You have movement back here, you can move this part here, you can adjust these claws here. The legs have almost no articulation because they're so small and so close together, you can't really move them all that much, so leg articulation is disappointing. The arms and the head is pretty good, and I like how this part here, the function, actually adds some to the articulation as well. Now, Melum is not the main reason I bought this set. I bought it to get the newest version of my personal favorite Toa, Kopaka, the Master Uniter of Ice, whatever. And here is a comparison between the new version of Kopaka and the 2015 variant that we have of this figure. Now, this guy here is pretty tall. This one, of course, like all the other ones we reviewed so far, is taller, which is nice to see. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is my favorite figure that LEGO Bionicle has released to this date for the new reboot wave. So this guy has a little bit to live up to. The feet are white, that's perfectly fine. The piece of Unity as lower leg armor I like quite a bit. What I don't like, however, is these pieces here in gold. You know why? Because there's no other gold parts on this entire figure, and it completely stands out to me. Now here, I'm going to switch out the pieces for silver ones that we got with the Golly figure. Look how much better that looks. Seriously, LEGO, why in the world did you put them in gold on this figure? It just stands out like a sore thumb in my opinion. The arm designs here are actually really unique. The main problem I have with them is that there's actually almost no white pieces besides the one Bulwark eye right there, but besides that, they look really cool. I love getting the dark blue part right there. That actually fits in with the color scheme pretty well, seeing as the dark blue is also on his chest and some cool details, so overall the arms look really nice to me. And then of course, his weapons. These parts here look fantastic in blue right here. I love the hilt of this sword right here with the longhorn horns. That looks really awesome. And in the other hand, he is holding, which I kind of imagine is his iconic shield mixed with a studsher that actually looks pretty cool. Now, a problem here, those parts are stickers. Just like the last Kopaka figure, we also have stickers in this particular set, which I'm not a fan of, but the stud shooter is cool to see. And it's actually a really cool feature. On the side of his legs, you actually have extra shots for the stud shooter right there, which is nice. And of course, we have his chest piece, which looks fantastic. One thing I like quite a bit about it is we actually get the chest piece in the color of the main figure itself, unlike all the other ones we reviewed so far, which is nice to see. The dark blue printing also looks really good, but I'm not crazy about the small little accents of what appears to be lime green mixed in on the chest. That kind of stands out and comes out of nowhere, but besides that, the chest looks fantastic. And we'll flip him around to the back here. where he does of course have the new gear function and almost no back coverage besides a couple of small things right here, so that is disappointing, and the red pins really stick out on this figure. And here is the mask itself. Now, Kopaka has always had the iconic one eye that has like a scope thing on it, and they brought that back here and it looks really cool. Besides that, there isn't that much Kopaka inspiration in this mask, but it is a very cool looking mask and I like it quite a bit. And of course, you do get the gold variant with this set. Now, putting the gold variant of the mask on this figure makes up a little bit for the weird gold armor pieces on his legs. So now he has a little bit more gold in his color scheme. So that actually helps with the figure just a little bit. Now we can talk about Kopaka's articulation. It is hindered by these parts right here in the head, which is a big problem. And these parts right here hindered the arm articulation quite a bit, which is also a big problem. Also, the shoulders are really high up, and when you move it, that looks a little bit awkward if you ask me. Besides that, all of the articulation is fantastic, but these pieces kind of mess up everything when it comes to articulation for this figure. Now, this would not be called a Unity set if these two wouldn't combine. So basically what you do to combine these figures is you take Kopaka right here, you're supposed to take off the white mask and put the gold one in its place. You take the Creature of Unity right here, kind of pull his head back and pull these parts back just a little bit, and the pieces of Unity of course do combine on the back right here, which looks pretty cool. You put these parts over the shoulder pads right here to make them a little bit more beefy, which is kind of cool, a little bit weird looking though, and then this piece kind of like folds over his mask, makes somewhat of a helmet, and there you go. There you have what I'm just going to call like ultimate combined Kopaka, which actually looks pretty cool, and adding the gold from this figure also kind of makes up for these parts right here, and that mask, that actually looks pretty sweet. So I'm pretty happy with the combining of these two figures right here. Alright guys, final words here on the Kopaka and Melum Unity set. Let's talk about each figure individually. Melum kind of sucks in my opinion. He is a really lame figure. They could have done a much better job. Kopaka unfortunately has taken a step down from the last version. That being said, the last version is just so good, there really wasn't any way that this figure really could have gone up in my opinion, so I think he's a decent, not a great figure. Now combined, what you see here is kind of weird, but I like it. I think it looks pretty cool and it's a nice play feature for this set. And this set is also a great value at $25. I really would have thought it would cost $30 because honestly you get a $20 S Kopaka figure and a $10 S figure, so you're kind of saving $5 with getting these two figures combined into one set, so that is really cool. So overall, this is somewhat of a disappointing set because Melum is such a disappointing figure and Kopaka is slightly disappointing compared to the last version, but besides that, I like this set. I'm going to give it a 7.6 out of 10. Those are just my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. Also guys, don't forget to like this video, favorite the video, share the video with all of your friends. Please go like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. Those links will be down in the description below. Please subscribe to this channel, and I hope you see you guys next time on Bionicle Set Reviews. I'll see you guys later. Bye.